Welcome to the channel. This is Holden from Classroom Camp. You know, teachers are professionals, and as such, they must conduct themselves and carry themselves as professionals. And part of that is what they wear at school. That's what we're going to be talking about today in this video because I have an interesting article pulled up, and the headline reads, "Teacher Slammed for Showing Off Inappropriate Outfit, Club Pants at a School." This was published on the New York Post on November 2nd, 2025. Let's take a look at this. It says, "This outfit made people talk." In a world where young corporate employees are being called out for not wearing appropriate outfits to the office, teachers are unfortunately also getting caught in the wrath for wearing some questionable fits. Case in point, a school teacher named Denise posted a TikTok video of her outfit of the day, which has since been reposted to X, formerly Twitter, where it garnered a lot of chatter and over 5 million views. And you can see Denise right here in her sweater and her pleather pants. All right. Goes on to say, the talked about fit consisted of black Abercrombie pleather pants. They're the best fit. I've had them for about 3 years and I just always find myself reaching for them. A cream colored cashmere sweater with black details and a pair of Zadig and Voltaire sneakers. While this teacher isn't necessarily showing any skin, some in the thread of the tweet argue she's wearing club pants at a school. Another grumpy tweet read that teachers don't need to look hot for kids, and you can see here her giving the side profile here, you know, just showing all this off, doing a whole thirst trap photo. You know, why are teachers posting these kinds of photos in their classroom? This is, you know, something you do on the beach or, you know, at home. I don't know why you're doing this. You know, you could have posted this before you went to school. That's just my opinion. But it says, that would be a nice going out outfit. With the sweater and tennis shoes, I probably wouldn't have even thought it was inappropriate in class. But when you want to know if you look hot in your classroom, it became inappropriate. That same person continued, I mean, yeah, you know, why are you trying to look hot at school? Who are you trying to impress? You trying to impress the kids? Are you trying to impress your fellow colleagues? What's really going on here? I mean, you're posting this online, probably trying to look hot for people online as well. The thread didn't consist of all naysayers, though. Kids don't care. To them, you're an old lady in leather pants, LOL, read a tweet. I don't think those are a big deal, someone else argued. This teacher isn't the only one sporting outfits that are making people online talk. An educator who also moonlights as a fashion influencer with more than 134,000 TikTok followers is known for wearing tight-fitting, provocative outfits that people are clutching their pearls over. Whoever wrote this needs to do some proofreading. In one viral video, Miss Williams is seen wearing a nude pencil skirt, a white blouse, and a black lace-up heels. Let's take a look at Miss Williams. Doing a little dance. Okay. Schools need to start enforcing teacher dress codes. You look great, but wrong time and place. One stunned viewer wrote. Another accused her of trying to look sexy for kids. One outraged commenter wrote, she's setting up the camera just so people can see her butt jiggle. Another commented under a video of Williams writing on the whiteboard where her assets were definitely moving. Now, like I said in the very beginning, teachers are professionals. And it is my opinion that if you want to be treated like a professional, you need to conduct yourself as a professional at all times. Something that I really like about the place where I currently work is that the principal, you know, the dress code is in the handbook. You know, you're supposed to dress nicely, you're supposed to dress appropriate, but the principal doesn't harp on the dress code. And the teachers, as far as I have seen all year long, do not violate that dress code because it's kind of understood what you should wear and what is and is not professional. And I could tell you right now that pleather pants would not be on that list of professionalism. That is just not something that I could see any of the teachers I work with wearing to school. Sure, sometimes we have jean days and you might wear jeans, and depending on your figure, you might not be able to help whether you're curvy or whether something fits on you tight or a certain way. But the pleather pants and, these skin tight clothing at school, it's honestly, in my opinion, it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. One thing that I'm proud to say concerning dress code and clothing like this is that you hardly ever see men getting dress coded at school. Sure, I have seen some men who do not carry themselves in the best way. For example, there was a colleague that I worked with, or a couple that I've worked with in the past, that had holes in their shirts and things like that. And look, maybe that's all they had to wear. Teachers don't get paid that much, but I don't know if that's something that would get dress coded. They had holes in their shirts and stuff like that. But I've never seen a male teacher. I've never worked with anyone who's had holes in their jeans, who wore shorts or something weird to school that they got dress coded for. But I have seen a lot of women get dress coded. I have seen a lot of women. Not at the place where I currently work, but where I used to work, which was a whole other beast. But my question today for you is, what do you think about these outfits, these types of outfits, and specifically these pleather pants that Denise is wearing? Is this just too much? Is this something that you could wear at school, or that you even should wear at school? Depending on where you work, it may be different. You may think that it's perfectly fine. What I will say as a final thought is that, those people, I enjoy, it is a non-negotiable for me these days. I want to work somewhere where I'm treated as a professional. And we're not entitled to being treated as professionals. We have to conduct ourselves as professionals. And I like the sort of ambiguous ruling or rules that we have at school where, the principal doesn't harp on dress code, like I said, and kind of lets us wear whatever as long as we are dressed as professionals. But when people and teachers start wearing things like this, it ruins it for everybody. It's kind of like in schools where students don't have a dress code, but then or they have a dress code, but they don't have uniforms. And you have a bunch of students that show up and start wearing questionable outfits. And then the school or district ends up deciding, yeah, we need to have we need our students to wear uniforms. It's like a few people can ruin it for everybody. And for those teachers that show up and wear just this weird, not weird, but, questionable outfits, you could potentially ruin it for all teachers. So again, back to my question, what do you think about Denise's outfit? Is this too much? Let me know down in the comment section below. And also, I'm curious to hear, what are your craziest teacher dress code stories? Have you seen teachers get dress coded, and what were they wearing? And what do you think teachers should wear at school? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. That's all I have for you in this one. Make sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe, leave us a comment, all that great stuff. And again, I will see you in the next one.